Hi there, my name is Rick Hines. I'm the Product Development Manager for Amplifiers at Fender, and it's NAMM 2019, and I'm here to talk to you about the new amps that we have coming out for NAMM. Firstly, something that's been long awaited by a lot of people, we're doing a signature amplifier, the Chris Stapleton Princeton amp. More importantly, on top of the fact that Chris uses this live with a Jazzmaster, he was very adamant about that we get all the details right. So it's based on a 1962 Princeton. They call them brown face amps. They have a really unique tone. They sound great, and it was important to him that we replicate it as close as we could. So we did everything down to measuring the original cabinet and getting that right. Solid joint finger cab with pine. Also, it's hand-wired in Corona, California, just like it used to be in the 60s. It's all these details that make the amp sound as great as it does. It's not about bells and whistles, it's about preserving that 60s tone. So you've got volume, you've got tone, and then you've got tube-driven tremolo. So combining all those things, it sounds great clean, it sounds great distorted, and the tremolo's out of this world. So why don't we take a second to listen to what the amp has to offer. Now he's going to crank the amp up a little bit to about 9 or so you can hear that nice power tube distortion. Now he's going to engage the tube-biased tremolo, and you'll hear that sweet 60s sound. So there you go, no bells and whistles, just great tone. It should be mentioned that the amp is slightly modified. Chris Stapleton actually uses a 12-inch speaker, and we, as closely as we could, worked with Eminence to get the speaker to sound just like that 12-inch. So you get a little bit more low end. It's just a great overall amp for all types of music, from R&B, country, and rock. It does come with this really cool Filson cover. Filson is a really cool company that does all kinds of outdoor wear and tents and things like that, and Chris wanted to have this with it. So it's nice and rugged, looks great. And there you have it, that's the Princeton amp. All right, so here we are with the Bassbreaker 30R. We're adding it to the Bassbreaker line. If you haven't heard the Bassbreakers before, they're definitely a unique flavor to the Fender amp line. A little bit more of a British crunch to them, and the 30R is no exception. The 15 that we created previously was a big hit, but some players wanted to use it live. Some of them wanted to have foot switching capabilities. So that's what we did. 30R is 30 watts. It has built-in reverb. It's 4 EL84s, but it has 2 separate channels, clean with its own EQ, and then you've got the crunch side, and then you actually have a lead boost as well. So it's a really flexible amp, everything from country to rock to heavy metal. You can kind of do everything with it. Also includes an effects loop, and it has speaker emulation if you use the XLR out. So you can actually record silently at night into your DAW station. So I'm going to have Nathaniel take us through great sounding clean, we'll hit the hard rock side, and then you'll hear the lead boost as well. All right, next up is the Mustang LT25. It joins the Mustang line along with the GTs. It's 25 watts, and we see it as like a great amp that has tons of great sounds in it, a little bit easier interface to deal with, and it's great for the beginner that wants to play metal and country and all kinds of effects, but we've pared it down to make it really simple and easy to use. So it comes with 30 presets, everything from, like I said, hard rock, heavy metal, country, spacey sounding stuff. And then it has an additional 20 effects, or excuse me, 20 presets built in. So when you go to save, you can actually access the other 20. So it's a little bit like an Easter egg. Sounds really good. It's a lot of fun. You can record directly with the USB out. Has headphone ins if you want to practice silently. Like I said, if I was 15 years old and I had this amp, it might be a whole different thing. So we're going to go through a couple of the sounds that the amp does have. They are all editable, so you can add, or delays, choruses, overdrives, the whole deal. So it's a great amp in a small package at a really great price. switch it up a little bit. We've got stuff for the bass players as well. Just showed you the Mustang LT25. We have the bass partner, the Rumble LT25. The same idea applies. It's a great beginner amp or an amp that you want at home to practice with. Tons of amp modeling, effects. You can save presets however you'd like them. It comes with 30 and then an additional 20 if you go to the save button. It's like an Easter egg. You've got extra presets that you can try out. But anything from funk to blues to whatever your sound is, you'll find something that's fun to play with. 25 watts, single 8-inch speaker. You can record with USB out as well. Headphone in so you can practice without annoying the neighbors. And it sounds really good. So Blav's going to take us through a couple of the sounds so you can hear how it sounds. And last but not least, the Rumble 800 head. Now the Rumble series have been really popular among bass players because they sound great, they're lightweight, Class D power, really flexible, so you can pretty much play any sort of style of music. We thought that bass players love having clean headroom, so the 800 would be a perfect addition to the line. So 800 watts Class D power, you have a 4-band EQ, you have a separate drive channel that you can access. You also have a couple of EQ scooping buttons, so you can either go hi-fi if you want to do the slap popping thing, or you can get really nice extended lows if you're like traditional 70s rock guy. It sounds really good. Like I said, it's 5.5 pounds, extremely portable, comes with a gig bag. You can take that to the show, plug it into a cab, and you're ready to go. So I'm gonna have Blas take us through a couple of the sounds. It's got both the overdrive and the clean sounds. And there you have it, the brand new guitar amps and bass amps from Fender at NAMM 2019. I'm Rick Hines. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. To be notified of more videos from our trip to NAMM this year, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. Leave a comment or question below and check out our video playlist of all the latest and greatest products at NAMM.